Hi everyone, welcome to Digital Painting. I'm your teacher Hardy Fowler. I'll be walking you through my technique for creating some really cool looking digital paintings using Adobe Photoshop. We'll break everything down into a simple digestible process that everyone can understand, be you a novice or a professional. First let's delve into some very basic stuff about Photoshop and the equipment we'll be using. First of all, the computer I'm using is just an iMac. But this lesson should apply to PC or Mac, so no worries there. Just wanted to let everyone know what I was using. I've also got a Wacom Intuos 3 is my pen tablet. Something like this is really a must. When I first started digital art a very long time ago, I decided I didn't need one of these, and I actually used the touchpad on my laptop. And it's just not at all the same. These are a must. It simulates the traditional experience of creating art much better. There's a sensitivity with how much pressure you push on the pad, and there's really no substitute. So I would strongly recommend one of these, and this particular model has worked well for me for a very long time. And finally, I'm using Photoshop CC, but none of the things we'll be doing in Photoshop are particularly unique to this version, so feel free to use whatever version you like. I think the warp tool might be the only relatively new invention that I use from time to time. I think that goes back to Photoshop CS or something. So any reasonably new version of Photoshop should work just fine for what we'll be using. So we're going to look at some very basic Photoshop stuff. The first thing is image size and resolution. I like to do 300 dpi as a standard. Just always want to make sure you have more resolution than you need. That way you don't want to end up with anything too small. It's your finished product. Another thing we're going to look at is the basics of layers. I've created a new layer, and I'm just going to draw a black circle just to illustrate the point that that you can separate things. I've created a new layer underneath the first layer. I'm going to put some blue color in there just to show you that these two things are separated. You can see it goes under the black marks, and you can turn those on and off. Very handy.